in 2011 when I was in Sec 1, I was actually bullied because of the way I looked and the way I sounded, because I had a very high-pitched voice and they called me very ugly, and called me a lot of names. Then it slowly transitioned to cyberbullying, and I think I was really ostracized by my cohort. I guess the first lowest point will be when I attempted suicide in 2011, 2012, when I attempted suicide through drowning. When I wrote an English essay, I wrote about my suicide attempt, and I still can remember the comment that one teacher wrote on the essay was, "Is this real? If it is, please seek help!" Exclamation mark. But what happened after that was my teacher called me out and mocked me in front of the entire class. And the entire class was laughing at me for writing a suicide essay. The counsellor wasn't a trained counsellor, it was a teacher. I think she's probably not trained to actually give proper counselling. She basically set away all my concerns. Oh, you're just being too sensitive. And my family just believed the school over me. We're just being strawberry generation. We need to toughen up, Guys need to be tough. So I said, "So you're telling me that I got bullied because of gaming addiction?" They said, "Yes." "You're saying that I got depression and social anxiety because of gaming addiction?" They said, "Yes." So my family confiscated the laptop, and then after that, I don't have laptop already, right? But I still have depression and anxiety. So I felt like the whole world was against me. I started getting very scared to go to the canteen to eat my food, so I skipped my meals all the time. I started developing a phobia of school. So I always had to pretend I go to school. So I wear a school uniform, I go out, and then after that, I'll just roam around the outside for hours. Yeah, I felt homeless. Why is it that a home that's supposed to be a safe space for me becomes something so scary as well? And then after that, when MOE finally transferred me out, then they say, "Why did you ask us earlier to help transfer you out?" So there's a lot of gaslighting involved. And it's not just from family members, but also from people around me. Throughout my years, I have to learn how to manage debt. And I'm slowly starting to learn that if people don't want to listen to my narrative, so be it. I'm still trying my best to spread awareness and educate, but at the same time, there's no point fighting a war you can't win. Yeah, so that's how I manage these days.
So how did things change for you?
When I entered polytechnic, somehow, even though I did very badly for my O-levels, thanks to my situation, what happened was during the freshman orientation, my teacher said that the way I speak and the way I look at things is very different from my peers. And she said that no matter what happened to me in the past, she still thinks I have potential to do well. So she let me become the class chairperson. And I met a lot of people who are quite nice to me. Even though I had some occasional breakdowns also, it was a very, very safe space. Yeah, they didn't judge me for my background. Then I got my first perfect GPA. I remember I screamed when I got a perfect GPA because I didn't expect to do well because, hopeless. And I think that was when the sudden realization came in. If I can do well, I have that power to rewrite my narrative. I have that power to change my life. And no one can take that away from me. When that happened, I realized that I have all the tools needed to propel myself forward already. And I think that's when I truly actually started working very hard. So I became a student leader. I did a lot of stuff. I think that's why I'm leading the Catalyst. We are a ground-up youth mental health collective that wishes to empower youth to become active change makers in Singapore's mental health landscape. Because I think one thing a lot of people don't realize is once you actually start affecting the youth at a very young age, it will have everlasting consequences in the future. Because of the dynamics of the entire situation, it eventually stunted the way I interacted with people. So it eventually shaped the way I perceive the world. So why not we make that whole secondary school experience at least more conducive and safer for youth in general? If I could wish for something, I wish that people are more willing to speak up when they see their peers suffering. It might take a few months, it might take a few years, but just keep fighting, just keep believing in hope, and eventually, your narrative will be rewritten. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing, Ryan.
Yeah, no worries.
How are you feeling? All good?
Scared.
Scared?